Hi everyone, this is Armita Gobadi, and I'm gonna be your instructor for developmental psychology class. I'm very excited for this class, honestly. I'm teaching that like every semester. In this semester, I'm gonna teach that online. Actually, in the spring semester, I was just teaching the same course online, but I'm very happy to just do that again. So let me start. Yes, welcome to developmental psychology. And online. Okay. So a bit about me. My name is Armita Gobadi. You can call me Armita, you can call me Ari, you can call me Professor Gobadi. It's just totally up to you. My preferred gender pronouns is she, her, hers. I'm Persian, I'm Iranian, I come from Iran, and I came here in 2019. So I guess it's been like 5 years going on. My goodness, I feel like it was yesterday, honestly. But yeah, and I love teaching. I am teaching like different courses at different schools, Georgia Tech, here, GSU, and Agnes Scott. And like normally I would teach developmental psychology, cognitive psychology, advanced research and design, which I love that course, but like I guess everyone hates that. I don't know why. But yeah, for this semester, I'm teaching this course and another one, like developmental psychology and another course. By the way, you can just see Iran. It's here. It is not Iran because like I'm hearing like majority of people here, they are just calling that like, oh, you're from Iran. Iran, it just Iran. You were running or something like that. It's not like that. Please don't call Iran Iran. It is Iran. And more about me, actually, my background is in clinical psychology. I did that in University of Tehran. Now I'm a PhD student in developmental psychology, and which is totally relevant to that course. And my minor is in cognitive science. So basically, whenever you have a question, like any question about child development, adult development, older adults development, or cognitive science, or you want to actually do a career in one of those, you can always reach me and just ask me whatever question you have. Because like besides teaching these courses, I'm very much like passionate about developmental psychology and cognitive science. I'm always trying to just update myself, read a lot of articles, and yeah, just get ready for my courses. So you can always ask me questions. And my area is just basically about brain plasticity, bilingualism, cognitive and linguistic development in different population. So basically, I'm looking at infants, children, let's say newborns, adults, older adults, and I'm trying to just investigate different problems, like different cognitive problems in different population, like with respect to their cultural background, demographics, sex, race, and etc. More about me. I love that part about myself because I don't want to be just a person in just one direction, honestly. I'm so proud of myself for doing yoga almost every day. Like I'm just starting my day by yoga and meditation. I go running every day and I feel like I'm kind of addicted to run. If you would do that for a time, you're just gonna get addicted, seriously. And like I'm working out a lot. Yeah, obviously you cannot see that, but I'm very proud of myself because I do have some progress and I hope I will be better and better. In my free time, I do karaoke, yeah. And I prefer Beyonce for doing that because like I feel like she's very powerful. She owns the stage. Sometimes I do Taylor Swift. I like her very much. It just depending on my mood. I also like hanging with my friends, and sometimes actually I might be a homebody. I would just stay in my home and read and just watch a stupid show by myself. And like literally I would enjoy that time as well. Like it's just good to have a balance in life between like socializing with people and friends and also just dedicate some times to yourself and to your family. that part is very important. The causes that I support, I'm big in women rights and LGBTQ rights. I'm also very big in diversity. Like I believe that people of different age, race, gender, and religion, they all need to be respected. And I mean, it does have a broad definition, let's say, but like the minimum one is just if someone doesn't feel comfortable, we shouldn't just ask them like a very personal questions. It's gonna be a start, right? Another step gonna be we shouldn't discriminate people because of their age or their race or their gender or religion. Basically, I mean, I do have like a students every semester from different cultures with different backgrounds, from very different age. So like I had a student in advanced research and design. They were like 65, and I did have a student in my general psychology. They were like, let's say, 18 years old. So there shouldn't be any discrimination between those ages. And I, as an instructor, I do my best, but I expect all of my students to do that in their personal life and also in their classes. Like if we're gonna have like a discussion post, or if we're gonna have like something like a bit personal, like if someone gonna just open up about something, I always ask my students to just be receptive, just be open about like people of different backgrounds as well. But I don't know if it is a good news or bad news, but you guys, I mean, this class is totally online. So basically, you wouldn't be like that much involved with your classmates. I wish you could, because like I feel like the way I'm teaching in person, it's just more fun compared to online, but it is what it is. I'm doing my best to provide a good education for you all. I do have some questions for you. I mean, yeah, the class is online, but I need to know you. I ask you 5 questions and you have to answer them in your discussion post. Like they're going to be a section in your discussion post, and you're gonna answer all of these 5 questions. And it is mandatory, like you have to answer that because I need to get to know you. It's really important to me to just know you better. So this way I can just actually tailor our assignments based on your needs. So please answer all of them. So I've talked so fast, and now is the time to talk about textbook and more serious stuff. You have to get the textbook because, like, honestly, I cannot cover everything in my lectures. It's gonna be very boring if I would just talk, talk, and talk, and no one gonna listen to me, honestly. So, you have to get the textbook and you have to do part of the study by yourself. This is your textbook. I guess you can order that from Amazon. I know that there are some websites. I mean, I heard that. I never done that by myself. I heard from my students there are gonna be some websites and you can just get some second-handed books, which is just cheaper. So I'm actually hoping you all have a group chat in which you can just talk and just provide resources for each other. So make a good use of that group chat. Um, Besides from the textbook, which is the cover of the textbook gonna be like that, you need a computer, tablet, or smartphone to get connected to the internet and participate in class. The good part, I'll give you a minute to just check this part. So I would say the grading in this course is pretty much straightforward. Like you can see, let's start from bottom. Like you can see, we do have weekly quizzes almost every week. I guess it's gonna be only, I guess it's gonna be just one chapter. I'm not sure, you should check the syllabus, but it's gonna be one chapter that you have only one quiz for like 2 weeks. But for other chapters, you're gonna have at least one quiz every week. So the due date for that is like the quiz is gonna be open from Monday to Sunday, 11:59 p.m. So you're gonna have a whole week to just answer your quiz questions. The number of questions might vary, but I mean, it might be different. from like chapter to chapter. But the good news is for every quiz, you're gonna have 2 attempts. So if you were not really satisfied with the first attempt, you have another one. And there is no time limit for your quiz. So I'm totally fine if you want to just open your textbook, watch your lecture along with just answering those quizzes, that is fine. But honestly, I'm gonna tell you that you have to learn this stuff to get a good grade in your quiz, because the majority of the questions, they are like that kind of what is that, like conceptual questions. It is not like something that you would just browse the lecture and you would say, yeah, it's here. So yeah, you have to do the work to get a good grade. But I would say my students all the time, they are just very happy with their weekly quizzes results, because I mean, the more work you put in, you're gonna get a better result for that. So we're gonna have 13 quizzes. Each quiz gonna have 5 points for an overall of 65% of your final grade. What else? We're gonna have observation project, which is really fun. I heard that, I mean, I'm teaching this course for like, I guess 4 years so far. And like everybody says that the best part is observation projects. Basically in this project, like, let's say we're gonna cover like 8 chapters. Then after 8 chapters, you're gonna have a dedicated lecture for observation project, in which I'm gonna just break down the project, and I'll literally gonna tell you what to do for that. But basically it is about either observing a child, or it is about let's say watching some cartoons and analyze the number of violence in that cartoon, or like something relevant to children and adults population. I would say just mostly about children, but like children and parents, let's put it that way. But you're gonna learn a lot during your observation project. Like your knowledge gonna be applicable, if that makes sense. Like you learn a lot from each chapter and my lectures, and you learned a lot from your weekly quizzes. Now it is time to just make that science applicable and accessible for everyone. Because you're gonna just put up a video in YouTube and also TikTok. I'm going to talk about that more and more, but it is the time to show your talents and social media literacy, like show off. But yeah, overall, it's gonna just what is that, like worth 25% of your final grade. There are gonna be 10% of class participation, in which, for example, you shouldn't miss any quiz, because I wouldn't accept any late assignment, honestly, because you do have 7 days for doing your work for the quiz. If you have any question about any lecture, you have to just email me right away. I wouldn't accept a student who would just ask me a question about like lecture number 2 in November, like when we are talking about chapter 10, because each of these chapters, they are very like related to each other, if that makes sense. So if you wouldn't study for chapter 2, you cannot understand chapter 4, you cannot understand chapter 5, and so on. So you have to just keep up with the work. And since this is an advanced course, it's just 3 credits advanced course, you have to put an average of 12 hours per week. So dedicate at least 2 hours or 3 hours every day to read the textbook, to check my lectures, because this way you're going to get a good grade for your quizzes, you're going to get a good grade for your observation project, and you're going to get a good grade for your class participation. I did have some students, they didn't take the course very seriously, because especially last semester that I was teaching this online, and like in the middle of the semester, they were just literally crying, and they were just saying that, oh, we missed like 10 quizzes. What should we do? I mean, if you missed 10 quizzes, you already lost 50% of your final grade. So definitely you cannot pass. Even though if you would just upload your observation project still, yeah. So keep that in mind. Class participation has different parts. One part is about asking your question. Another part is about being respectful toward your classmates. I know that this is an online class. It is very hard to keep up with everything. And I know that you are using your group chat to just keep updated again, this is totally fine with me. But my problem is just being respectful in those group chats. Try to use a good language and try to understand people are coming from different backgrounds, and don't do something that you would just regret about that, because you are a psychology major, I assume, or you are interested in psychology. So it is good to just have some principle and code of behavior for yourself and just be professional. So I want you to just be professional in every aspect toward your classmates. Another part gonna be being respectful toward your instructor, which gonna be me. I know that you all are respectful. I never encountered any sort of problems with my students. Yes, there are gonna be one or two difficult people from just very different circumstances. But as an instructor, I should have a high threshold to just understand them as well. But all I expect you guys to just follow code of conduct of GSU, the behavior toward your instructor, and the behavior toward your classmate. This way, you can just earn that 10%. And I'm very specific in that. If I would just hear something about being disrespectful towards other classmates, I would definitely do investigation, because I cannot tolerate any sort of negative behavior toward anyone. I mean, I'm a big advocate of that. But extra credit, I know that like everybody is just very into that. At this point, I would say the grading criteria for this course is just pretty much straightforward. Like if you do the work, you're gonna get the grade. And like I guess last semester, like 70% of my students, they ended up with A plus, which you know that I guess it's gonna be 94% because they did the work and they were all like perfect, wonderful students. So at this point, there is no extra credit for the course, as I provided you so many activities, and I do believe that if you would do the work, you're gonna get a good grade. What you can expect from me, I'm very much good in answering my emails. I normally answer every email in 24 to 48 hours. I always keep my office hours like in a pretty, let's say, neat ways. I always just have, I guess it is Friday, 9 to 11, but check the syllabus. But I wanna ask you to just schedule an appointment with me before um like my office hours, because like some questions, they are just, especially for developmental psychology, some questions are very personal, and some people, they don't feel comfortable asking, like for example, a question about their children in front of other students, or the behavior that they had with their parents or experience they had with their partner in like in front of everybody in my office hours. So based on my experience, it is better to schedule with me, to just tell me that, hey, like 9 to 9:15, I wanna ask you a question, so we can just discuss. So just do the appointment first. But if you would have any question, like any question outside of my office hour, that's totally fine. Again, email me, and I mean, my schedule is very much busy, not gonna lie, but I will do my best to provide you at least one quick meeting, like online meeting. Oh my goodness, I guess my energy is just running. So yeah, what else about me? I normally provide helpful feedback for my students, whether you need any like resources, like any articles, any questions, or whether you need any sort of advice on grad school or anything. Just ask me, I'm always there. My classes, they are very engaging and fun, I would say. Like like I said, especially in-person classes, they are wonderful. So if you had a chance to take any in-person classes with me, do that, because it's gonna be very fun. Um, yeah, I always provide you resources. Of course, it is my responsibility. Uh, yeah, exactly. I always gonna be open about whatever you're gonna teach me as well. because I believe that teaching is like a two-way street. I'm gonna learn from you, you're gonna learn from me, so don't hesitate to correct me at any point. I'm always ears for that. What do you expect from you? Check your email. If I'm just asking you any question, just answer me right away because it is very important. Check your iCollege because I'm gonna post a lot of like assignments or a lot of what is that, like announcements for you. So if you would check your iCollege every day, you're gonna get updated. Oh, use Pulse app. It's so good for just keeping up with due dates. Um, it is online, but all I'm asking you is just check the textbook and check the lecture. Respect, respect, and respect. Based on University Code of Conduct. You can just click on that or just Google that and just be aware about what you should do. Yes, yeah, just try to learn from this course. I'm sure that you paid a lot for taking different courses at GSU, so just use that knowledge, use the knowledge of your professor and just challenge them with just different questions. Challenge yourself, just read more and more. There are gonna be a lot of examples in your book, which is wonderful. I love that textbook. So just use that, just read the examples and just make that relatable to your life. Um, wow, this is very important. Please just work, work, and work. I mean, don't try to procrastinate because if you would do that, like for example, if you wouldn't take the quiz until Sunday and something like a power outage, we are living in Atlanta, so every time we have like some sort of thunderstorms or that kind of crazy stuff. So if you would just not do the work and wait until Sundays, it is very hard to keep up with your due dates. Like I might accept like one excuse, but I cannot accept like everyday excuses from like one single student. Um, yeah. Contact me, seriously. If you have any sort of problem, if, for example, you cannot understand a specific chapter, if you feel like you cannot keep up with the workload, just contact me, then we can discuss. Either I would just tell you, hey, I feel like you should drop the course, for example, because like some students, they are saying that, oh, this is an online course, we cannot work like, we cannot like dedicate like 12 hours per week for that. They feel like because it is developmental psychology, they can just do like 2 hours per week and just be done. No, it's not possible, honestly. So if you feel like that, always just try to contact me. Either I would just help you or I would just provide you some advice. Email. The way you're gonna email me, it's gonna be faculty email, agobody1@gsu.edu. I do have a student email, which you know that it's gonna be agobody1@student.gsu.edu, but please don't use that email because your email gonna go to my student email and I barely check that email honestly. So only use @gsu.edu. And again, I need like 24 to 48 hours to respond you. The way you're gonna email me, it should be professional. It should have at least a hi and hello. Because like some students, they're gonna email you and they're gonna just say that, hey, or no greeting at all, which is kind of funny. Because I assume that everyone in this class, they are at least seniors or junior students. So I mean, you like expect that from freshmen, but you don't expect that from someone who is senior. But yeah, every time you're gonna email me, offer your name. Hey, for example, I do have a template for that, but like for example, just say that, hey, my name is Armita Gobadi, I'm a student, mention the class, mention the section, because you're an instructor. They are very busy, they are just teaching different classes. So if you would say that, yeah, I am from from developmental psychology online course, I would literally understand and I would do my best to just help you and explain your problem clearly. Like, for example, if you encountered any sort of problem with your quiz, just literally say that, hey, it was quiz number 2. I feel like question number 3 is not, for example, like that. Or just copy and paste the question, highlight the part you might have the question. So I will do my best to just help you. And also don't wait until like Sundays. sending me an email asking me about an assignment, because like Sunday gonna be weekend, so I would be slow answering emails on weekends. So just be mindful of that. So whenever you have a question, just check the assignments beforehand, then email me like during the weekdays. My goodness, it is literally a student. I'll give you a minute to just read that. That's funny, because yeah, I wouldn't say anything. Yeah. So don't do that. Don't do that to me before sending me an email. Actually, write your email, read that at least one time, if not twice, to just understand if you covered your questions. Either it's going to be one or two, or maybe more. Just try to cover everything, then send the email. Okay. Don't send like 5 emails asking different questions, like all at the same time. Try to just be as concise as possible, as clear as possible. This way I can just help you better. Yeah, you can always, I would say like 95% of the time, you can always find the answer in your syllabus. And if you cannot, please email me, because this way I can just make an announcement and inform everyone about the part that I didn't cover in the syllabus. But I would say that since I would say 95% of the questions, they are in the syllabus, my answer gonna be something like that. It's in the damn syllabus. So I would say as a last point, I just want to say that I believe you made a good decision by taking this course and taking this course with me. Why? Because you will learn a lot. Because like I personally, I put all of my energy in teaching. I love teaching and I love making people interested in developmental psychology. I feel like this is my responsibility. Because I said that my background is in clinical psychology, but developmental is very much fun, seriously. Like working with children, understanding cognitive development in children, it's insanity. It's just very much fun. So you will learn a lot from this course, and you will get some experience in research if you want. Because I'm working on different projects. Like currently, I do have 5 different research projects, and I guess I recruited at least like 12 RAs, research assistants, for like good ones, dedicated, very responsible for my projects. And I will do that again because I'm just actually designing a new project. I'm working on details. It's gonna be finalized in September. But yeah, I need more RAs for my work. So I definitely gonna hire good students from this course because I need people who are very creative, very responsible, like myself. They are passionate about psychology. So I will just make an announcement, and if you like to be a research assistant, I'm gonna hire you. So I guess we're gonna have fun, seriously. This is my last falls class. They were 48 students, like full capacity, like always. And it's just part of it because we didn't have time to take a lot of pictures, but it was very fun. It was a fun class. I would say majority of them, they went to grad school. We are still in touch. Like they are sending me different books, like or articles. Sometimes we're gonna have random WebEx talk, or whenever they are just seeing me on campus. I would say most of them they got graduated. But like whenever we accidentally seeing each other on campus, we just talk and talk and talk. I would say my relationship with my students, it is just more than being a professor, and it just less than being a friend. There is always boundary, I know that, but I really love my students. I mean, yeah, I mean, they are wonderful. They are always wonderful. Um, this is the last projects, RAs, Kim, Chris, Temi, and Arturo. They were one of the most successful RAs that I had so far. We published 2 articles together, and both of those articles, they got presented in different countries, like in international conferences. One of them, it was in UK, Another one was in I guess it was in Turkey or Greece, because I'm doing a lot of conferences, I cannot remember. But yeah, and another article of the same project gonna be in Boston University, which is like, I guess, top 5 in the United States. So again, if you want to work as an RA, I really would love to have you in my projects, but I'm gonna make an announcement and just talk about this more and more. So like I said, I will post about this more. I guess I talked a lot. Seriously, I lost all my energy, but I normally don't talk that much long. Like I'm gonna break down each lecture to just different like 10 minutes videos. But because this one this one is just introduction lecture, I just did that like all the way. But yeah, it was a lot for me. But next week, we're gonna have frameworks for developmental psychology. It's gonna be chapter 1. Okay, it's not next week's assignment, it's just this week's assignment. But yeah, I'm gonna fix the typo. You have to read the syllabus, first of all. You're gonna take the quiz because there's gonna be a quiz for that. You have to watch the lecture and you have to check the syllabus to answer that quiz. You have to also do the introduction discussion post because I really want to know you. Seriously, it is very important to me. And you can ask me whatever question you might have. Thank you very much for just listening to me. I'm very honored to be your instructor this semester, and I hope we're gonna have fun. Thank you. Thank you so much.